the battleground here, then what makes you think that you're gonna make the battleground out there?
And this is the battleground. So I'm gonna ask Private, what do you think? How important is it for artists to perform?
Mm, depends. Depends where you're performing and why you're performing. If you're just performing because you want to be on every stage, then you might be doing the performances that aren't making sense and it's not doing nothing for you. But if you're performing and you're getting the right look, performances are very necessary. What do you mean?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
No, like
In fact,
yeah, how
the last performance what we took in at Everything Ocean, man, you really lit the stage there, brother.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Respect.
That's a perfect example of performing. You know what I
So
mean? If you
I'm
guys catch that,
okay. What do you feel about most of these so-called top people who say they're the top, for example, artists, right? Who do not perform in their own city.
They could be getting
Are you-
money somewhere else where they don't gotta perform here. Like Toronto only has a certain amount of venues and outputs that put on shows. And if you already done all of them here, why you come back here to do it unless you have like a big bag for like a show or a tour? Like
If they never done a show. If they never done a show.
If they never done a show?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
Yes.
Man, you should be putting the laughter for that one, man. Shit.
Because there's artists, I'm gonna be straight up Private. There's artists who go, I'm gonna no filter, down to earth, who say they're this big and they've been out for years and I never seen a show. I never seen no promotion of a show.
Then
And they have
the streaming money or the feature money must be very good. Because you could be making money off of performing. You're not doing free shows if they're that big. So for them to be leaving it off the table, everything else must be blessed.
So the streaming money must be doing good. That's the only numbers I see. I'm gonna be honest. When
oh yeah, check my stream. So it must be paying something.
the streams, which I know, which is funny. The sign, he knows where I'm getting at.
Hold up a minute, man. Let me intervene here, bro. Just like what Snoop Dogg said about how many billions.
That's why I was getting to the sign.
How much money? Huh? Billion, he said, and he said it's a joke, the money.
42,000 he got.
Oh, all right.
42,000 off a billion.
So let's get.
But that's just Spotify. That's only Spotify he was talking about.
Oh, well, we're just using an example, right?
So yeah, okay, he gets that off of Spotify, but Apple he makes way more than that, and the other ones he makes probably
maybe
a
less,
little bit more. No, not Snoop. Snoop is all in different type of music, probably players and things we don't even know about.
Certain ones are not making as much.
The popular ones, Spotify, doesn't pay people what they should pay. You get what I mean? That's all it is. And YouTube too. When you have your video and it's even 1 million, you're only getting like 3,000, 4,000, maybe 4,000 for 1 million. So you know what they're telling you? You got to cheat the system. You got to pay for it. You pay for it, man. Even if you're good, it is what it is. So what do you feel about? You already know this as an artist because, like you're saying, you're going to Jamaica. You got to invest in yourself. How important is that for an artist to invest in himself and not to depend too much on other people? You need a team, but how important is that?
Yeah,
you're gonna need money regardless. So if they have an investor, it's good. If they want to invest in themselves, that's even better. But however you want to get the funds, just get it done. You're gonna need the money regardless.
So, besides the money, it's always good to have a team though behind you, right?
It is good to have a team, but it's good to have the right team. And
I like what he said. The right team.
A lot of people fall out, and it's like when you see the other side of them, it's like, damn, that person didn't know that. That person didn't know that. It's like you got to know who you're working with, because that person can be that same person that wants to take you down.
Is that it happened to certain people in history like that. Like Peter Tosh, I was watching the other day, how he had a team, and then he had a other person who was part of his team, but not, you know what I mean? And that same person came back and took him out.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking of teams, you got a good put together team for yourself, do you?
of course, man.
So my team is different.
Well, no team is the same.
No,
You know what I mean?
I
every
don't know
team different.
team.
Okay, all right.
I have people that I work with
Oh, okay, all right,
collaboratively
all right. Okay, all right.
on
I see
different
what you're
things.
saying. Yeah,
No
There's
problem.
nobody that's there set in stone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see
it's
what
like
he's saying.
seeing nothing
He
wrong
he,
with
he got his they're coming like his weapons, man. That's like his weapons. You remember his private name,
that, man.
private number,
Well,
private name,
speaking of
private
weapons,
number.
man, speaking of that, man, he got some some merch here. It seems I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it here. This is a rolling tray here, as you
that's
can
a
see.
nice one. You know what?
Nice
I could
rolling
tell from
tray.
your good quality. From here, I could tell the
that's the one.
shine,
Forget the
everything.
jacket.
Oh yeah, well he's
Big
wearing the
private
jacket right
jackets.
now. You know
Shout
what I
out,
mean?
shout
Straight
out
up.
MMR for
Mm-hmm.
doing the collab
You done
on
know.
Big Health.
Look, yo, could you just show a little bit if you can?
Well, you got
Yeah.
the Star 67 on the arm
Yes.
because you know that's the original private in Toronto. You
Uh-huh.
call him private. You
Star
call it
67.
All right. Then we got the star.
There you go. The star with the glasses, you know.
That's me. All right. Then we got the everything private.
Everything
We
private.
got the MMR.
MMR.
Then we got the big everything private.
All at the back.
So how important is it for artists to brand themselves? Because that is something what is needed. Like artists got to think like besides the streams. No, you can't just sell that for being an artist.
Yo, I'm at the point where it's like let artists do what they want to do. Like if they don't want merch, they don't want merch.
If they don't, basically, if you don't want to fit, if you don't want to be creative or you don't want to expand with yourself, that's you. You put yourself in that situation.
That's
I
it.
mean, that's all
You
investment.
can only be so many places, but your merch can be everywhere where you're not. So it's up to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So
Oh,
yo, you have any features on the way coming? Like what? Like with some certain artists?
I got a lot of features in the work, to be honest, but all that's private at the moment.
all
But,
private,
but we're
man.
talking
All
about
private.
the EP right now.
Okay, all right.
That's dropping on May 29th.
May 29th.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
May
called
29th. Okay.
Darn Done.
So there will be visuals going with that.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
definitely. We got some
Okay,
visuals,
so
we got some
little
features.
later on in the year as well.
May 29th, that's gonna be dropping.
Yes.
We got the lead single right now off that Big Plane.
Will there be a video before that?
We're gonna have the Big Plane video.
Okay, and then afterwards there'll be videos to complete.
Yeah.
I'm
think-
just
I think most
trying
of
to
the video-
pick your brain a
Yeah, I
little.
think most of the videos are gonna be dropping after the drop.
Afterwards, yeah,
Yeah.
but at least one before. Come on, give me that. At least one has to come out or a trailer.
It's gonna be hard because the video that
Too
I have
private,
ready,
you know.
no, the video I have ready, the song's not out yet. So
Okay.
until the song's
least
out,
I could
it
get
wouldn't
that.
make sense.
Okay, at least I could get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll be hearing a lot later on this year, though. You know, maybe around the summertime.
Yeah, man,
Oh, summertime, we're gonna get some nice rhyme. You know what I mean?
So yo, I want to ask private name, private number. If you could have any superpower, what type of superpower would you want to possess?
Hmm. Hmm. Probably reading brains.
Wow.
Psychic.
I actually thought you would
Wait.
invisibility or something.
No, you see what he said? You see what he said? Other artists, a couple people we asked, they said the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I
You
do.
get everything else if you know what someone else is thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
is so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
So you mentioned earlier that in high school you gravitated to hip hop, right? So like, what's some of your top? I would ask 6 MCs of all time.
Damn. See, to me,
No,
My
no
top 6 is
particular order.
yeah, but my top 6 is gonna be different because
All right.
it's a mixture of lyrics and like style as the person, like
Okay.
influence.
All right.
So I like well, we all know we like Jada. Jada's
Okay.
always
Oh
gonna have the
yeah,
bars.
man.
I like Fabulous.
Yeah, man. I remember seeing their concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to their concert. Jada
Okay.
versus Fabulous, the Jason versus Freddy tour.
No, I never seen
Yeah, I
that.
went to that. That was at Rebel. It was hype.
We all grew up off that 50. Can't leave him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I used to really growing up. I used to really like Snoop Dogg because
Oh,
he was
okay.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Who hasn't like
Yeah.
Snoop? His old school stuff.
Yeah, that's 4. What? One more?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Kanye.
Yeah.
So that's 6. Okay.
Mr. West. Will, I have to ask you this. With
Yeah.
Mr. West, do you prefer him as a producer or a lyricist?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just had to ask you that.
And sometimes I don't even know which beats he made and which one he didn't.
Because that's true, but like I don't know, he's just controversial for me. But I always loved him as a producer. You know what I mean? That's just mine.
Controversial.
Yeah, well, it is true.
Kanye's music hits different.
Yeah.
It is different. I'm not
It's
saying I don't
different,
like
man.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just different in his own personal agenda and things.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. That is so true.
So how you feel about the female hip hop artists? Because they're taking over. Let's be straight, commercially, right? Do you have any like features coming or something like you plan to work with any like ladies on some tracks? You probably already do.
Oh man, I shouldn't even be talking about this right now.
You know us, we like to get down to earth,
I think we got a remix coming with a bunch of female artists from Toronto on it. I can give you one name.
Okay.
Keisha Fresh.
Big, she just was on the show recently.
A few weeks ago here.
Man, Keisha Fresh, great MC, great artist, great artist. Yeah, bless up Keisha Fresh.
That's gonna be another version of the Big Plane remix.
Wow.
Got a bunch of
It's
stuff
gonna be
going
big.
Wow.
big.
Everything good and connected.
So since you're there and we all smoke, we all blaze the herb. What type of herb do you like? Prefer indica or sativa?
I don't even loud. Like
loud. As long as the clean, it's not
It's
me.
loud. So that's indica. That's loud.
I'm not all political like that.
Not like that. Just make sure it's loud.
Nice and loud.
You can have some indica that ain't loud, and you can have some sativa that ain't loud, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're sure it's true. It's right, man. But what's next? Like besides the music, do you plan to get into anything else, like other like other type of business? Like you want to do like acting? Would you like to have your own label, produce?
There's a whole package and a whole
nothing in store.
Yeah, man. We got a whole 5 to 7 year plan right
now.
Oh,
I like that.
We're not going nowhere.
I like that, man.
Not going nowhere.
Sure.
I like that. So what do you want to see for, like, for example, for Toronto, like even the scene, like for so that people could actually make more money being an artist locally here and don't have to leave? What would you like to see more?
For the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Go back to like physical sales.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that's big. That's big. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whether it's like CDs, or not even like CDs, something hand to hand, anything hand to hand, where we can make money off of this. Like if you're waiting on the online stuff, or you're waiting on even your royalties to pay you, or you're waiting.
No,
man. Let's get back to this. I did this now. Let's get paid for it right now.
Yeah. And you know what? To do that, which I kind of figured out, is, and I'm gonna put out the gem there because I'm already doing it, is to transfer the physical into your merch or something, where it's not available. You have to make yourself less sometime available online, meaning on all digital platforms. You have to cut it down certain, maybe you could have your stuff on all digital platforms, but a certain project, for example, would be like, for example, on Bandcamp, right? It's not going to be all on when you go on, searching, for example, on Instagram or wherever you search on YouTube for the song. So when people have to purchase from you, it has to be like that hoodie you have on or that jacket you have on, and they're going to get the music when they buy that jacket for whatever, 40 $50, but the music is going to be there. You're not getting no music on no
Oh, oh,
YouTube, or the only place is a certain site, maybe your own site. So that's the only way it's going to be. You could control making money more independently on the street, like like back, like what you say, physical copies,
Yeah,
because everything's
the amount of money that artists are putting in, they got to
mm,
start learning how to make something back. Now you can't wait.
so you're pretty much
yes.
saying, from your investment, try to make back from it.
And how do you do that? You know how you have to do that? We've been talking about this from a long time on Down to Earth. You have to brand yourself, right? And when you're out somewhere, you can't just say, "Oh, I'm on all digital platforms." If you give someone maybe a nice sticker, or it could be like what he has, a rolling tray. It'll have the QR code. There's your music on that rolling tray. They bought that rolling tray for $20.
What? Come to think of it, that's the next thing you need to add on
That's
there.
what that's what we're
Add
giving
your
gems right now.
add
That's some gems.
your QR code.
I
Like-
just didn't give you the whole package. I usually have the.
But for the future, add the QR
No,
code.
I usually have the QR code already in there.
Oh, on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
In
Good.
the pack,
Okay.
in that you'll have
That's
like
good.
a sleeve, my other flyer.
Okay.
I just picked those up quick and brought them.
Okay.
But
All
my
right.
Yeah, man.
package is for you. You would have got the scan, but you guys already know me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't
it
need to-
is,
But that's you're right. Physical copy means that you could put it. It's not a CD anymore. Everything's digital, so you could put everything scanned onto a product. It could be a cup. It could be a shirt.
Always
hat.
good to leave something in people's hand because they'll forget you.
Yes. You see? You're right. You see what you said there? Yeah. Always
Right.
good when they feel, oh, I got something from this, and it's actually they were gonna like your music will be worth even more to them because they're saying, oh, this tray, or you get what I mean? I'm always using it. Yo, let me tap onto that to listen to the man's music. Let me scan that. You get what I mean? Every time when they're rolling up. A lighter, same thing. It has this scan. You have to. We're giving gems, yo.
Yeah.
Private name, private number. We're
Yeah.
teaching people right now.
Yo, at the same time in private, but we're a little to the public where you go.
Nah, for real, bro. 'Cause no, I'm an artist, so I gotta talk to artists. We're spending out here, so make it
But-
make sense for yourself.
But I love
You're
it.
right.
yo. But the thing is, what I love about you from the day when I met you, it's the gimmick. The gimmick. Like, yo, because when I was like saying, yo, this guy got it almost like MF Doom. MF Doom, RIP to MF Doom. MF Doom had like the silver and the golden mask,
yeah,
and he'd be wearing that all the time.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That visor.
But the visor, I love the
A
visor.
lot of people love the visor. Don't get it twisted. That's what started it
That
all
was
off.
hype.
I outgrew the visor right now.
Yo.
I outgrew it.
No word of a lie. I have to say this still. I was at one event, and we're doing what we're doing, Sean, and all of a sudden this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Yo, what up?" I'm like, "Yo, who's this?" I'm like, "Do I know you?" And then after I go, "Yo, private name, private number," and then after I have to go like this. Okay. I know. Oh, okay. I know who it is now. Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, I'm not used to you. Your face. You have to wear. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I'm gonna know. Because you did it. You did it that way for me. Because for the longest while, up to now, I still don't know what the blood clot face look like. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
But he's supposed to keep it that way.
MF Doom, I don't even know how he look.
Me neither. know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yo, there's a lot of people covering their face, man, but there's only one private name, private number.
Exactly. But look, listen here. Like I said earlier, man, there's perpetrators. You started the trend here. On the real, I would look, I mean, I say it here first, man. I would love it that you would do a track upon sending the trends on the mask thing. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, none of these youths them started this shit in T-Dot. Me know that for a fact. Because I seen you with it. Me didn't see nobody else dealing with no mask thing them too tough unless they were gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? But not on the fashion tip. Nowadays, it's like they have the furry mask them and all this shit, and they're doing all sorts of decorations to it now and everything. Yeah. Yeah, man, you're the one who said it.
We got some private name, private number bandanas dropping just now, so don't worry. You guys can cop and be private with me.
You're done, no.
Shout out MMR again for the collab.
Exactly, man. But Sean, do you got anything else you got to say about before we wrap it up?
Yes, yo, private name, private number, keep going. Basically, I'm gonna say this because I've been watching the Toronto scene ever since we've been doing the podcast more. Because for a while we stopped listening to the new Canadian urban music after a while. Before this whole, the pandemic. After a while, I just was listening to reggae music and dancehall music and international and hip hop from America. The only artist that caught me, honestly, besides all the vets and everything, is you, because you stand out. Like, I know there's all the people talk about the scene, all these other guys, but everybody sound the same. Everybody sound the same. And when they started this auto-tune thing, I know everybody does. You can't, nothing wrong using the auto-tune thing, but everybody just oversaturated it, and with the production, they didn't think of they all sound the same. Right? Let's be honest. They all sound the same. But your music and the way how you put yourself out there is more organized. You get what I'm saying?
I said before, it's like a whole package to me. He done the whole package, the music, the gimmick as in his character. You get what I'm saying? Straight up, the whole nine. You know what I mean? If you don't have the whole nine, you might as well forget about it, and put it as a part-time thing. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. If you're not serious about the shit, then it's not for you.
Serious, yeah.
I'm just being a realist. I'm being real.
Yo, private name, private number. Anything you want to say to the universe before we come off this spaceship?
That is good.
Yeah, but let everybody know where they can find you on all digital platforms, brother. I know I say it ain't that private.
Name, private number, anywhere you type it in, it's the same thing, man. Private name, private number, you can find me.
Yeah, does no. Yo, before we go, bro, could you give Down to Earth Podcast a nice shout out? You know what I mean?
Private name, private number. Big up Down to Earth Podcast.
Respect, brother.
Yeah, done, no, man. As usual, we ended off like this. This is the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message. Nation.
Bless up, private name, private number. Respect.
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 Love.